Hey guys, I know it's been over a year since I posted my first video and only video of kind of what I have in terms of knife making, just starting out. So that was a little over a year ago. I have drastically increased the tooling that I have, and I will say that tooling does make a difference. Experience does and practice does, but tooling also helps tremendously as well. So I'm gonna show you what I got, walk around a little bit. So let me do that now. Okay, first of all, I live in a neighborhood with 160 houses, and the houses are, 15 feet apart, quite a few neighbors. So I have to be somewhat considerate of the neighbors. So I do stock removal. I'm in a half of a garage. My wife has the other half with her car. And so one of the big issues I had with the garage to start with was lighting. So I think I have fixed that now. I have a LED lighting throughout the garage. I have 3 4-foot strips of LED lighting. And then I have more underneath the storage rack as well. I'll turn that on in just a second. And I also have quite a few little lights near tooling as well that I would turn on when I'm using those. And some of those actually have the 8X or 10X magnifier on it, which comes in great for helping find scratches and blades. So let me start out a little bit over here with, this is a DeWalt Portaband on a swag stand. I've had this really kind of from the beginning to help cut out the profile of my blade. I have put it on a piece of wood so I can remove this if I need to. And there's a stop here so I can't push any further back on it, so that kind of holds it there. I do have a light that I do use. Just kind of started using it here recently, which does provide quite a bit of light on the rest here. The only issue with that is that when I turn this on, there's a little shadow line that goes in front of the blade that kind of gives me a direction of which way to push the material. So anyway, the next thing is this TR Maker. This is their triaxle blade vise. I got this, I don't know, maybe a few months ago. It's really come in handy with helping manipulate the handle when I'm hand sanding. And it goes up and down, back and right, left and right. I mean, it goes every which way. And I've just got it clamped down. So again, I can move this as need be. Then I have this is a granite surface plate, which again comes in handy when I'm doing my scribe lines on my blade and making sure my scales are flat. If I'm hand sanding my scales, I just lay a piece of sandpaper down and just kind of go to it, and it evens them right out. There's really not a lot of guesswork to it. Then I've just got a mat. Here's my Yost vise, which does tilt or rotate and move side to side. And I do have a light here as well. This is a magnifier, so really comes in handy when I might put something up here, clamp it in. I've got a little wood jig that I'll put up here and clamp things into. Actually, this is it right here. So I'll turn this around and put this in there and utilize the light for that. And then I've got just kind of tooling around. So I'm using a wall control system as my quote pegboard. Angle grinders, drill bits. I got tape, all kinds of screwdrivers, wrenches, files. A lot of these files are from my dad, who gave those to me. And then I've got just some shelving for, acetone, WD-40. I've got my glue, Dykem, and Permablue. One of the things that I did do for this is behind this little lip on this shelf, I put a string of magnets all the way down, so this will hold a lot of my little tools, you know, for my X-Acto, my ruler, my punch, little things that I just need to grab. And then I continue on with some more, I don't know, clamps and guides and things. And this is the drill press that I'm using. One of the things that I've found useful is being able to use a magnet to put down on my rest so I don't get that helicopter spin. So I can really position this anywhere. I just purchased this a few days ago, so I've not used this yet. This may replace this by, you know, preventing helicopter spin. But this is nice because I can move it and move it around wherever I would like, and it doesn't move or shift. I've got a couple of things under here. So this is just a vise for the drill press, my Parks 50 for quenching, acid etching. So here's my ferric chloride. Underneath the table, I've got quite a few little compartment, you know, portable compartment organizers from DeWalt that I got at Home Depot for, I don't know, it was like $7 or $8 each on a sale. But I've got 1, 2, 3 blocks. I've got some steel in here. I've actually got a magnet underneath here that I'm using to put file guides and twist clamps, and so that's kind of the bench workstation. Over here I've got an Evenheat. This is the LB 22.5. Nice, a lot of room in there. And then I got this welding table pretty cheap at Northern Tools, and then I've added a vise with I think this is 6 by 18 by 1 inch quench plates, because I want to start doing some stainless, do some air quenching. Also use that for straightening plates. And then I have a this is a 18-pound, I think, tumbler. Yeah, vibratory. This is bowl. This is from Harbor Freight. I got that on sale as well. And then I've just recently built a little sort of lazy Susan for my belts, and put it at least low enough where my garage can still close without any issues. There's clearance. You will see I do have some lighting in here as well, up above. So let me turn this on, and you can see it really lights up this area over here. This is the this one's one of my original purchases as well, right after my 1x30. This is a Buck Tool belt and disc sander. I used it to do some flattening of scales, but you know, it's just really not conducive to what I would consider accurate, having accuracy. So anyway, that'll get replaced, I think, with a disc sander, VFD, with VFD. And then over to, this is the workhorse. This is the Ameribraid Mastery package with quite a few attachments as well. So I've got the surface grinder down here. I've got all of the small wheel attachments with this. I've got slack attachment, an 8-inch contact wheel, the platen. I've got a light up here as well, so I can, and it's just held on by, it's just a magnet right on the top. And then other tables as well to fit the attachments. So that's kind of what I have here. seen this on YouTube. You've probably seen it also. So whenever I'm sanding my scales, I'll turn that on, hook it up to my shop vac. So I've just connected in here, which here's the shop vac right next to it. Moving over to the left, we've got, this was my Christmas present from the wife, a 51-inch Milwaukee rolling tool chest. I needed to add power to this side. It's built in on the right side, but not the left. So attached some magnets to surge protector, and now it's pretty solid. I've added some lighting to this as well. This gives me additional lighting on both sides, so I have this one as well. And then I've moved a lot of things into here, so this is by no means built out yet. So I've just got some measuring tools and some squares in there. This is where I've got all of the drill bits, step drills, Forstner bits, reamers, deburring tools. And then I got these little trays at Northern Tool for like $2 a piece, I think it was. Anyway, so started putting in some of these more of the mechanical screws for removable scales, some of the Kydex rivets and screws. Got some G10 liners in here, Kydex, and then I've got some scales. This is the new TR Maker. It allows you to put a scale in here. One that's, so you've got, you put it in here and then put it on your surface grinder, attach it that way, and it will run your belt across it a couple times and flatten that out. Not tried that yet, but saw it, wanted to get it, so I have it. And then I've got some other things in here, router, got a, this is the Personalizer Plus etching machine. And then I've got forge that I started with before the even heat. And I just put it on a table. So I kind of took a table here, added a aluminum plate to the top, and then added some angle iron down at the bottom to support the tank. So I've not used this in a while. Then I've got another attachment. This is the Ameribraid's tilt table. So I've been using that, well, starting to use that. And then this is also another last purchase, a jet variable speed and buffer. And so what I've done is I'm putting Ziploc bags over my wheels and writing down which, this is a white diamond here and a pink. So I just want to protect them from the dust and whatnot. And then I've got, this is one of my dad's bench grinders. I just put on a stand in case I need it for something. Anyway, so that's kind of it. It has changed a lot since I had my video a year ago. And, you know, although I don't spend a lot of time in here, I spend maybe 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes a day in here doing things. I don't spend hours and hours in here during the day. So my knife making is slow. And so here's the knives that I've made so far, just within the last year, are these knives here. So starting from left to right, I started out with a complete flat grind, and then I moved up to a little different grind, and then added a liner into this one, and then I took this one up to a kind of a mirror finish, all hand sanded, with some textured scaling here. And then I did removable handle, some acid etch, some stone wash, and then a smaller knife here as well. I just finished this one up a couple weeks ago. Anyway, this is the one I'm currently working on now. Again, I don't spend a lot of time in here. I'm not doing this for a business or anything, doing it just as a hobby. I have a little 4-year-old girl, so a lot of my time is with her. Anyway, so leave a comment if you have a question about something or want to see something more in detail. That's it. Thanks, guys.